Carlton from the Farmacy Seeds Network. The frozen stream. There we go. Looks like we're broadcasting. I need to log back in. This is 3-1. Alright. Hey, Geeky Gardens, what's going on, man? This is KD2 and Net Control for the Sunday Night All Things Natural Net. The Sunday Night All Things Natural Net is a general topic net with a focus and emphasis on farming, gardening, and human health, and any other topics you want to bring to the table. This net is sponsored by the Overlook Mountain Amateur Radio Club, located in Ulster County, New York. To find out more about our club, you can visit our website at www.omarclub.org. This net will break for emergency or priority traffic, so please don't hold back in an emergency. Without further ado, we're going to get started. This is KD2 looking for check-ins for the Sunday Night All Things Natural Net.
KC2 UVP.
The net recognizes KC2 UVP. Mike, how are you tonight?
I'm wonderful. I'm hoping this, I'm hoping that I'm just wonderful. Thank you very much. Back to the net.
Fantastic, fantastic. Glad to hear it. All right, let's see if there's any further check-ins. If there's any further check-ins, please call now.
KD2 QQB.
The net recognizes KD2 QQV. Don, how are you tonight?
Okay, sober.
Oh, that's good, that's good. All right, let's see if there's any further check-ins. Any further check-ins? All right, no further check-ins recognized at this time. Let's go back to the top. KC2 UVP. So what's going on, Mike? You have any topics or anything you want to talk about tonight?
I'm finding it hard to find products that, Radio Shack used to be the hub, and the CEO of Radio Shack got found out with a lot of dirt, and he was doing a lot of dirt. But where do I find my equipment nowadays, and then where do I find my friends? Well, one place I find my friends is through this communication device, and back to the net.
Gotcha. Yeah. Well, if you're looking for parts and radios and stuff, there's all different places online now. But yeah, it's you can't just go down and get what you need at the local Radio Shack anymore, huh? All right, what do you think of that, Don? Pick it up.
Yeah, well, I have a catalog book that I got from a parts distributor warehouse that makes all kinds of electronics components, capacitors, diodes, transistors, photothermal
Gotcha. Is that Mauser?
See if I can get the book. It's a fairly thick catalog, you know, so it's, I'm gonna look at it now. I don't know the name of it offhand. I forget the company.
Yeah, I did. I shaved.
But they sent me the catalog, you know.
Thanks, Julia. Gotcha. Yeah, that sounds a lot like Mauser. Yeah, Mauser Electronics carries all sorts of parts and stuff, pretty inexpensive. I also get stuff on Amazon and eBay also. Though more and more you have to be careful with eBay. But yeah, there's still lots of places to get it. It's just it's not like it used to be where you could go to a local store. There used to be another place in Kingston called Greylock Electronics. You used to be able to get all sorts of parts, resistors and capacitors and transistors and stuff, oddball stuff. And I guess they don't carry any of that stuff anymore. Last time I was over there, all they sold was stereo equipment basically. So that whole thing has changed. Let's just pause here for a second, see if there's any further check-ins. This is KD2 and Net Control, Sunday night, all things natural net. If there are any further check-ins, please call now.
Kilo Delta 2, Romeo Foxtrot, India. Good evening, everyone.
Bob, good to hear you. Welcome to the net. It's been a long time. How are you tonight?
And jump on the radio. Doing good. How are you tonight?
I'm doing good. I gotta ask, how are your bees making out? Jameco, that's another one. Yeah. Thanks, Kiki.
I think they're doing pretty good. They were out flying today, believe it or not. I was out doing firewood today, and as the ground got soggy, they came running out, checking out what I was doing, and sucking up some moisture out of the ground, checking out the logs that I was cutting and everything else, looking for food this season. I think I might have lost one hive over the winter, but I gotta actually get out to the bee yard and take a look and see. I'll probably, this week I should be able to tell, but I think overall I did pretty good.
Fantastic. Glad to hear it. I think I have all three of my hives still alive as well, so of course it has been a more mild winter, so that's nice to see. Well, glad to hear you joining the net, and glad you ran back out to the truck. We gotta help you get set up with a base station at some point. I guess I should continue and see if there's any further check-ins here. This is KD2 and Net Control for the Sunday night All Things Natural Net. If there are any further check-ins, please call now. The net recognizes KD2 RYD. Kate, how are you tonight?
I'm good, thanks. Yeah. Just want to see what's happening. Yeah, all good. All is well with everyone else.
Ours aren't up yet here, Julia. Very good. Glad to hear it. Glad you made the net. Let's see if there's any further check-ins before we go back to the top of the list here. This is KD2 IIN looking for additional check-ins for the Sunday night All Things Natural Net. Further check-ins recognized at this time. And Mike, per your question, so you got a couple other answers there as far as places to get electronic stuff. And Geeky Gardens here on the live stream on YouTube says Jameco, and I had totally forgotten about Jameco, but that's another good one, especially for parts. So I'll put it back to you, KC2UVP from KD2IIN.
Well, thanks for the handle. It's nice to hear. I believe it's Kate. I know anarchy, beehive, anarchy, concern about the bees, and the depth of the conversation is actually has me spinning in my seat, although it's quite grounded. I'm really quite enamored by the communication system. Okay, I've had a beer. I'm quite enamored by the communication situation. I'm going to be quiet. This is That'll be quiet, and thanks everybody for having me in.
All right, very good, Mike. Well, thanks for checking in. I greatly appreciate it. This is KD2 and Net Control for the Sunday Night All Things Natural Net. We're going to go on down to Don, KD2 QQV.
Yeah, thank you, KD2IIN. KD2QQB here. What I'd really like to build is my own amplifier. My own linear amplifier, where you know, and 2 meter, and maybe 70 centimeters too, but mostly 2 meter one, just to give me some more power.
Okay. Yeah, you can actually get those online fairly cheap now, but I can see why you'd want to build your own for the learning experience. Yeah, I had a couple of small amplifiers back in the day for my handheld radios, so I could boost them up a bit. I think the highest power one I had was like 75 watts, but definitely handy depending on your situation.
Yeah, you know, something not too, 100 watt is fine. And make it adjustable, variable, where you'd have like 100. No, you'd have 75, and then maybe 100, something like that. Go to 50, 75, 100.
Gotcha. Yeah, you could save a little power that way. Yeah, 50 to 100 might help you a little bit, but from 75 to 100 isn't really much, considering the decibel gain that you get from that.
Yeah. And there's different kinds of amplifiers too, you know. Right now I'm reading about operational amplifiers.
Okay, op amps. Yep, those are pretty cool.
Yeah. I got a book that tells me everything, how they work, the theory behind it, the negative feedback, the positive feedback, and applications. Probably basically tells you how to build.
KD2 RFI, pick it up.
This is KD2 RFI, Catskill, New York, mobile. Not a whole lot going on here on the technological side of things. I, like Mike, have had a couple drinks in the evening, so I'll tip my glass to you. I got actually bourbon sitting here with me. But yeah, no, it's been busy around here. I don't know, bee-wise, I think I'm doing
airplanes lately? He's a skydiver.
Not over the winter though. I can say that just brought a smile to my face that season is coming. I absolutely love doing that. I will argue with you on the definition of a well-functioning airplane though. A lot of people tell me, why would you jump out of a perfectly good airplane? I say, well, show me a perfectly good airplane, I will stay in it. But no, the season's up and coming. On the 28th, we have our safety day. Tuesday night at Miller Middle School, I believe it is, in Kingston. We will be doing a demonstration. I think they're having a science fair there. Topic being flight. And myself and, well, actually, I was asked to do a presentation on it, and I kind of deferred to somebody else because of my limited experience. So I have a guy coming in who has thousands of jumps, and he owns a pro shop down at Skydive Ranch down in Gardner. He'll be doing it, and I'll kind of riding on his shirt tails a little bit, but yeah, we'll be doing that Tuesday night, and I think Wednesday afternoon, I'm heading down to Westchester. I'm going to jump into the wind tunnel and play around a little bit, try and make my free fall ability a little more stylish.
Oh, that's awesome. We get to play in the wind tunnel. That I would play with jumping out of aircraft. I don't know. I guess I'd like to try it at some point, but I'm also a little apprehensive about it. But yeah, I was curious if you'd had a chance. I figured winter's a little more chilly for that. All right, well, let's roll on down to Kate, and we'll do another opportunity for check-ins. KD2 RYD. Kate, pick it up.
Hi, it's KD2RYD, this is Kate. I've also had a little drink. I've had a drink of gin.
I'm the only one not drinking tonight.
And thinking about what electronics. In my work this week, we've been finishing off a circuit board that will go onto a piece of paper, and it's running a 6B radio, and it will connect to an Amazon device, and we're looking at making pieces of paper that you can touch and connect to echo with 6Bs to make light switches, which has been kind of fun. And mostly over the weekend, I've been stocking up the larder, getting ready for any just in case, so I could stop talking about anything to do with the virus and know that my cupboards are nicely stocked. But my kind of obsession over the last 6 months has been my obsession has been with cooking, and I've been trying to make sure that everything I buy is as close to something that someone could have grown, and then turn that into my food. So I've been learning how to make pasta and how to make bread, and so that's mostly what I've been obsessed with lately. Back to the net.
Okay, see you soon.
This is KD2 IN Net Control for the Sunday Night All Things Natural Net. Awesome. Well, you have a very diverse set of interests, Kate. I always enjoy conversing with you. And I'd like to hear more about that printed paper circuits. I've seen a few articles on that years back, but I haven't heard any more in that regard in a long time. But let's just do an opportunity for check-ins here quick. This is KD2 IN Net Control for the Sunday Night All Things Natural Net. Looking for any additional check-ins.
KC2 UVP.
Yeah. All right, KC2 UVP, you're back on the list. I didn't check out. I thought you checked out before. All right, we'll just see if there's any further check-ins. Any further check-ins? Please call now. Alrighty, no further check-ins. KC2 UVP, Mike, pick it up.
Well, Kate's got a really great dynamic. Let's just leave it at dynamic. And as far as I'm concerned, that's a great dynamic. And anyways, I'm gonna leave it back to the net. And by the way, I can't hear you. You're coming in very clear, but you're very low. What's your QTH?
My QTH is also in Tivoli, New York. I wonder if I have a mic problem.
Oh, God bless. I'm just down the road then. Tivoli's only a square mile. I'll be quiet and I'll be holding on for any inflection, deflection, or otherwise. KC2 UVP, quiet.
All right, very good, very good. All right, let's roll back on down to Don, KD2QQV. Was that Grammy K?
KD2QQB returning, KD2IIN, hello everybody
What's
on
that?
She didn't hear what I
net
said.
tonight.
She had no connection whatsoever. I'll be leaving soon.
So enough of that, but
Okay.
Cell phone.
tonight I'm just, like I do every night, I'm just taking it easy, relaxing. I really got not much to say, except maybe, all things natural here. But
Thank you, Kiki, for the link.
I'm going to send it back to net right now because I have nothing to add. KD2QQB, clear.
All right, very good, Don. We'll roll on down to KD2 RFI. Bob, you're back on.
KD2 RFI. I came around quick. I wasn't expecting that quick, but that's all right. I got to say, get back to the topic of bees. It's this year, along with some previous years, I've ventilated the top of the hives. I put popsicle sticks over between the box and the inner cover, and added additional ventilation, which kind of seems odd that you're trying to make the hive cooler, but it seems to work well in my favor. 1 or 2 years that I did that, the structure was wrapped in the hives in black tar paper. I've had really good years. So I don't know if there's anything to add on that, or I'm kind of curious, what did you do this year with your hives as far as get them ready for the winter or whatnot? Any
Thanks,
tips
Kiki.
or suggestions that you would recommend?
Well, I think you're the way more experienced beekeeper than I am. But my first year, last year, as you know, I insulated them. I was just very nervous about losing bees and having heard everyone talking about, oh, you have to insulate. And then, over this last year, I've heard a lot of people say that they don't insulate, and they talk more about ventilation, like you're talking about with popsicle sticks. So this year, and in part because the previous owner of these bees, said he never insulated his hives, and they were fine. He rarely lost hives. I opted not to insulate, this season's been pretty warm, and I think they're doing okay. It seems to me all 3 hives are okay. They seem pretty busy on the warm days that we get. The one hive seems a little less busy. That's the one that swarmed back in the spring. So I don't know, they may or may not have survived. The other hives may be robbing out of that hive, but I figure I'll just let it ride till the weather warms up, and then in the spring we'll know. And if that hive is wiped out, we'll just do a split off the other one of the other hives. It's super robust. So in short, in response to your question, I haven't done anything regarding protecting it this year. I really like the concept of them being able to make it on their own as long as they're good housing.
Alright, yeah, definitely. It's, every beekeeper you talk to has something different.
Spin.
I've been doing it longer. I don't know if I'm more experienced per se, but I've just been doing it longer. I'll leave it at that, One of the hives I have yet to kill, so to speak, is my top bar hive I made out of the 2x6 lumber. I think that really simulates a walls of like a tree, so to speak. And
Better
I've
insulation.
had really good luck with that top bar hide that I built out of 2x6. So it's, yeah, right, wrong, or indifferent, but it seems to be doing really well. So, but again, that one's not really ventilated per se. With my box hides that I buy from the store and assemble, I ventilate them, and I have better luck with them ventilated than I do keeping them sealed up. And again, it's due to moisture and condensation building up inside the hives. But it's interesting. I'd love hearing different concepts of how people take care of their bees, and maybe I adjust my behavior slightly and my techniques, and see what works for me. I think it's all about what works for the individual, but definitely love hearing about other techniques.
This is KD2IN with the Sunday Night All Things Natural Net. Yeah, I completely agree with you. And then once I understood that condensation thing, I mean, it's not hard to equate that to sleeping out in a tent and waking up, where the tent's all fogged up, the sleeping bag's wet because you've been in there breathing all night and you're freezing. I'd rather just be cold than wet. So, that part makes sense to me. And then I should tell you about this. There's a channel called The Honeystead on YouTube, and they brought home a bee colony that they found in a cherry tree, I think, and they brought the whole cherry tree home, and they've got several videos on that, and I'm not sure, I haven't really updated myself on that over the winter, but I'd be curious to see how they survive, and they go a little bit into the differences between that and like a conventional honeybee hive. And the other thing is, I have a comment here from Geeky Gardens on YouTube chat here, and he says he's seen people using 2x lumber to build hives recently, and I have also seen that, and that seems to be pretty successful. And I think that makes sense from a thermal mass and insulation perspective. So I'm right there with you. Let's roll on down to Kate, KD2RYD. Kate, pick it up.
Hi, well, I don't have any bees. I don't really know how to follow with the beekeeping thread, but it does sound really interesting. Yeah, I can, where can I go? I can tell you a little bit about the papers I make. What we do is we print carbon conductive ink onto pieces of paper, and then we have a regular circuit board that we stick on the paper, and it connects to the ink, and we use the conductive ink to create touch sensors on paper. So you can touch things that look old-fashioned, like a book or a poster, and you can touch that, and then the circuit board knows where you can touch, and then the little transmitter on the circuit board transmits off to something else. And I like it because it lets us make things that look old-fashioned and more natural, but they're kind of futuristic and have a little bit of tech in. Yeah, so that's what I work on. And everything I do and like to create, I like to make things that are old-fashioned and natural, but have a blend of tech in there. Back to the net.
Yeah, it's one of the things I like about your perspective. We had some excellent conversations already. So fantastic. Well, thank you for telling me about that. Yeah, that's interesting. We use like a poster, and that triggers the response through the circuit board. That's very cool. All right, I'm going to do a pause for check-ins here, but before I do that, I want to wish my son Jeremy a happy birthday. He's actually sitting here with me, and he's 18 today, so in your next round, if you want to wish him a happy birthday, you can. Anyway, this is KD2IN Net Control for the Hudson Valley Farmers and Gardeners. Oh no, the Sunday Night All Things Natural Net. Looking for any further check-ins.
We'll get it someday.
Happy birthday!
Alright, no further check-ins recognized at this time, and we'll go back up to Mike. Wishing Jeremy a happy birthday, and he says thank you.
Happy birthday. Hey, you got a long ways to walk. And anyways, as far as, the bees and whatnot, I know I know a couple B-men, I know a couple A-men. I mean, I don't know what work you want to do, but I like my B-men, and it's really difficult to create an argument with a B-man because they just tell you what it is, but the A-men tell you what they want to do. And I'm going to clear out with that, that statement.
Sounds good. Well, plus the bees are inside on the buzz, right? All right, let's roll on down and see if Don has any comments. KD2QQV, do you have any comments?
I just want to wish your son a happy birthday, Jeremy. That's at the big 18, you said? Yep.
Yup.
He says thank you very much. All right, let's roll on down to KD2 RFI.
E2QQV. Back to net for now.
Well, I doubled with you on your last there, Don. Pick it up.
I just said I wanted to wish your son a happy birthday, and I hope he's having a nice birthday party there. KD2QQB, back to net.
All right, very good. Well, he thanks you, and appreciate it. We'll roll on down to KD2 RFI. Pick it up, Bob. What a next conversation.
Yeah, I'll wish your son happy birthday as well. I'd recommend we all sing happy birthday, but I don't think that quite works. More at different locations. So, anyway, happy birthday. As far as the birthday party, one thing I want for my 18th birthday party, and I don't know what I have in my glass next to me right now. Although it's not legal, so I won't condone it for your 18th birthday, but you know what? If you happen to slip one in, it is what it is. All right, anyway. Other than that, I don't know. I don't have a whole lot to say. We're getting in bee season. Coyotes are floating around again. I've had a really good winter with them leaving my birds alone. And up until a couple days ago, I've been letting them free range with no problem all winter long. So we'll pet them up for a little while, wait for the predators to move on, and go from there. You mentioned the bee tree. I know Hudson Valley Bee Supply has one, so if you ever want to know more about them, you can contact them. I know they work in conjunction with the Sandy Green and remove the tree from somebody's property that had a beehive in it. I don't know the status of it, but anybody that knows bee trees, I know that generally speaking, they lose the bees every year, but a new swarm comes in and takes their place the following year. So it's pretty neat. It's pretty neat to watch them. So we'll see what happens. KD2 RFI, back to net.
All right, very good. Yeah, I'm in agreement with you. Hang on just one sec. Jeremy's taking off here for a minute. I'll be right back. KD2 Hey, good to see you.
Well, I guess in his absence, I'll take over the net. This is KD2 UBP. I don't know how well I'll handle this.
This is KD2. I've been returning. I apologize for the delay. I don't know where we were let's see, I think Bob was talking. So I guess we're down to Kate, and I guess I should ID. Oh, I guess I did. KD2 RYD, KD2I. Look it up.
Hi, it's KD2 RYD. Say happy birthday to your son too. I think he's gone now.
Yeah.
If he was 18 in the UK, he'd probably be on down the pub.
Yeah.
But it's not the same here. Yeah, I'm not really sure where to go with the conversation now. I don't know if I dare ask if anyone's thinking about anything to do with the virus and either stocking up or just staying away or just carrying on as usual.
That's a good topic.
I'm not sure if it's a good topic or not, but I'm just curious what anyone thinks about that. Back to the net.
Well, I'm right there with you. I'm curious what other people think. Personally, I'm not too all concerned about it. I've seen so many of these where they hype it up and it doesn't turn out to be as much as they hyped. And you know, I try to stay focused on nutrition and health and immunity every day. So you know, it doesn't really change the way I think about that. But I would be curious to hear other people's opinions. And we'll just do a pause for a moment here and see if there's any further check-ins. This is KD2 and Net Control for the Sunday Night All Things Natural Net. If there are any further check-ins, please call now.
K2LD, Bob here.
Hey, K2LD, Bob, how are you? You back from the warm weather, huh?
Yes, I am, and I just rolled in after work here, so figured I'd turn on the radio, and certainly you were on, and was catching a little bit on the mobile on the way home, but couldn't really gather everything that was going on, so I'm not sure where you guys are at.
All right, well, actually, KD2RYD just posed a question, what people think and what they're doing to prepare for coronavirus and that sort of thing. And boy, you couldn't have stepped in at a better time. For those who don't know, Bob is a pharmacist. So, Bob, I'd love to hear your thoughts on that.
Well, sure. You want my thoughts? I'll give it. Most of it is a crock. It's all news hype and propaganda, and that's all there is to it. If you want to be afraid of any sort of disease, beware of the regular flu. That killed like 60,000 people last year. This is nothing compared to that. It's crazy the way they're blowing it out of proportion. All the nonsense with the masks, they will do nothing for you. Absolutely nothing. The best thing you can do is rest a lot. Make sure you have plenty of fluids. Eat well, especially good organic, non-processed food. Take a prebiotic or a probiotic to get your immune system going good. Make sure you have enough antioxidants in you, and you will take care of yourself. There's just no need for the panic.
KD2RFI comment.
Comment, go ahead, and I'll agree with you on that, Bob. Coronavirus, you are dismissed. KD2RFI, pick it up.
Bob, this is Bob. 1 or 2, I'm not sure what order we're going to be put in, but definitely I agree with you about maintaining one's health. I did see something on Facebook today that said bourbon will cure the coronavirus, so I'm taking my part into making sure. Whether it works or not, I don't know, but I will
Good way to go out.
Back to this.
Hey, either way, it's a good way to go out smiling, right? All right, so let's see. I don't know if Mike is still in here or not, but we'll roll back to the top of the list. KC2 UVP, your thoughts?
Yeah, I'm here. I had to step away from our conversation, and everybody gives everybody a bow when they leave the room, but nobody gives anybody a bow when they enter the room. And thank you, everybody, for the net.
All right, very good. And we'll roll on down to Don, KD2 QQV.
Yeah, does it have to be bourbon? What about scotch? Or how about some Jack Daniels for you?
Well, I think personally I'd go for scotch if I was going to go for anything strong like that. But since Bob's next on the list, I'll put it back to him, KD2 RFI.
KD2RFI. Jack Daniels falls into the same category as bourbon, as does scotch. Close second. well as with this Lord Logan. I definitely recommend anybody wants to, they check it out, you know, Google it, find out this podcast, and it's really, well, the woman's been through a lot, let's put it that way, as a journalist, but, you know, and she even says the media tends to hype things up and point in the direction they want to go. So with that, I'm trying not to pick sides here, so I'm trying to remain pretty much neutral, but they work their own agendas per se, which makes it more important for us to really search for the facts instead of just listen to the words on the TV and the radio. And I definitely agree with this whole coronavirus thing. It's kind of a crock. It's being blown out of proportion. It's being used as a political agenda. You know, this is more, you know, we're all joking about the, you know, having a couple drinks here and there, but there's more people killed every year with
Alcohol, yeah.
DWIs and the flu, let alone anything else. So I think it's more important to look at the facts and, you know, definitely not ignore this coronavirus thing. It's something to keep an eye on, but I don't think it's going to be as severe as the media is trying to amp it up to be. I think it's all just a bunch of hype and attempt to gain ratings. But, you know, then again, it comes from somebody who shut their TV off years ago and still thinks it's the best choice he ever made. KD2, R5, back to that.
All right, this is KD2 and the Sunday Night All Things Natural Net, and I'm in agreement with you, Bob. And I killed my TV about 15 years ago, and I don't miss it at all. And I go over to other people's houses sometimes, and they have the TV on, and I'm just like astounded at the garbage on there. So yeah. So there you go, Kate. There's a manure-free answer for you. Back to KD2 RYD.
Can I break?
I think that was Mike. Go ahead, Mike.
One thing about TV, you can always turn it off. And I agree with not watching it. But you know what? I can't live without it because it just shows me the other side of the coin. Back to the net. I'm sorry I broke in here.
Oh, that's all right. That's all right. That's the whole reason we have the net, is to facilitate good conversation. All right. Well, you know, hey, if that's your thing, that's your thing. We'll roll on down to Kate. KD2 RYD. Pick it up.
KD2 RYD, yeah. But I think if a little bit of alcohol helps prevent the virus, then I think from what I've heard, everyone seems quite well protected. And I think maybe coronavirus is probably the only virus that goes well with a side of lime. My favourite drink is scotch. And in terms of, you know, preparing or doing anything, I think anything that I'm doing probably would, you know, would agree with what you're all saying. Just making sure I've got lots of really healthy food in. And the thing that worries me more is people panicking and causing disruption through getting too concerned about things. And, you know, where the shops run out of food just because people get overhyped and panic. So I'm just making sure my cupboards are full of really healthy food and just carrying on doing more of what I've been doing anyway and just trying to stay away from everything.
Yep, that's me too. Just stay away from large amounts of public, and you know, keep eating healthy and doing everything I do. And you know, from my perspective, if it's my time to go, it's my time to go. And, you know, that's just it. But yeah, I'm not too worried about it either. But it is what it is, I suppose. And we'll roll on back down to K2LD, Bob.
Okay, first off, if it's got to be Scotch, it really should be single malt. I hope we all agree on that point. And as far as the spread of diseases go, since it's usually a wintertime thing, wear gloves.
Yeah, you can.
That's the best thing you can do, because if you're touching surfaces, that's where your contact is. And don't ever touch your face, your eyes, your nose, your mouth with your hands unless you wash them. If you do those things, you're not going to get sick. It's just plain and simple as that.
Yep. Control transfer of germs. That's like number one, right? Yeah, that makes sense. Let's just see if there's any further check-ins here on our way through. This is KD2, and for the Sunday night All Things Natural Net. If there are any further check-ins, please call now.
Here's KGBHM.
And I recognize this K2BHM. How are you tonight, Jim?
Good. Reading the mail. Two things to add, and then I'll back on out. Number one, you're worried about the coronavirus.
No, I'm not.
Think about this. Weatherman predicts a snowstorm tomorrow. Oh my God, it's going to be a blizzard. It's going to be Armageddon and all that. And
the stores get cleaned
they've
out.
already canceled schools already, and the grocery stores are stripped bare of everything. Tomorrow comes and passes, nothing happens. Maybe it was snow day. And the other thing to ponder is my wife's a nurse, and she has 5 points to consider about the virus. Number 1, wash your hands. Number 2, wash your hands. Number 3, wash your hands. Number 4, wash your hands. Number 5, wash your hands. Get a pattern there?
I am picking up a bit of a pattern there. Well, that's all good advice. And yeah, I was thinking the same thing about the stores being cleaned out. Like you get a forecast for a 3-inch snowstorm, and you go to the store and all the shelves are empty. It's like, what are you gonna do with all this food? Like the store will be open tomorrow. I don't get it, but it is what it is. All right, let's roll on back to the top list. KC2 UVP.
They call me
Hey,
KG2
Mimsy.
UVP.
That's okay. You can bug out. Thanks for stopping in, Mimsy. Yeah, Mike, you're on. If you have something to say or want to.
Well, I got plenty to say about that last edition, and I'll tell you what. I've been known as the cleanest bum that anybody's ever worked with. And I work construction and whatever. I'm 60 years old. I work every day of my life. I don't plan on ever retiring, but I clean my hands incessantly. And let me tell you, I roll cigarettes. I'm not rolling my cigarettes with construction debris.
Yep, I hear that. Yeah, I have a cigarette machine here. I'm the same way. I'm very careful about making sure I don't contaminate my own cigarettes, because nothing worse than having pizza grease on your hands and then smoking a cigarette with that.
But I've been known as, I've worked all my life. I've been known as the cleanest bum. You have no idea how low I've been, but I'm a clean bum. And by the way, this is an advertisement. Anybody out there who needs day labor,
Hey, Nessie.
call me.
It's coming.
I'm available.
It's coming.
I can get there and just do the job.
It's going back.
Oh, it's too late. I just transmitted it. All right, back to the net. Bye-bye. I'll be on the side.
All right, Mike, thanks for your contribution. Let's roll through KD2 QQV. Don, you have anything to contribute?
A2QQV. No, I've been agreeing with everything that everybody's been saying about the virus
How are you?
and everything there. Cleanliness, yeah, you keep yourself clean. You wash your hands, like you said. I was always told to wash my hands when I was young. That's all I heard. Did you wash your hands? Did you wash your hands? Did you wash your hands? So that's still ringing in my head, right? And what else? Yeah, all the
Portal's back online.
the hysteria that the media want to blow this up out of proportion.
Yeah, let's face it, there's a lot of food out there that probably shouldn't even be classified as food. Alright, KD2, RFI, you're up.
KD2 RFI. Yeah, a lot of interesting topics tonight. So, but it's I'm gonna sit here in my little hole in Catskill and my little 12-acre plot. Definitely, that's my way of staying away from the mass public whenever possible. But definitely washing hands is definitely a good thing. I still, whether it's true or not, I'm still going to pursue my bourbon methodology and preventing the spread of virus and disease. About 2 glasses a night, give or take, with or without hot disorders. But other than that, I appreciate a good conversation tonight. I am going to step off with, as you know, 4:30, 5 o'clock is come early, so I got to get back into the same old grind tomorrow. I wish everyone a 7-3. Thank you for all participating tonight, and I will hopefully check in again very soon. KD2 RFI, I'm clear.
Sounds good, Bob. Great to hear from you, and great to catch up with you about the bees a little bit, and hope you enjoy the rest of your bourbon there, and have a good evening, and hope you have a good week. 7-3 as you are checked out of the net, and we'll make this our final round here going around, and we'll roll on down to KD2 RYD.
KD2 RYD. I think maybe the only thing I have to say is my favourite single malt is Lafroig. I absolutely love that. So maybe I need to get another bottle of that and keep myself well protected with some Lafroig. That's me back to the net.
Sounds good. I haven't drank any hard liquor in a long time, but one of my favorite scotches is Cardew. Very expensive, but very smooth. Anyway, let's see, we'll roll on down to K2LD, Bob. Did we lose him? K2LD, K2I.
Yeah, sorry, there's a tremendous noise level up here. I guess with the elevation, but I'm getting like an S7 in that town is, probably from the Long Island repeater. It's really hard to catch you. You must be on a portable tonight, because normally on the reverse frequency, you come in banging from where you are, but there's like no signal at all coming up. Just want to say that I'm trying to propagate a fig tree for you right now. They sprang already in the greenhouse, and some leaves are up to 5 inches across already. So I got some cuttings on the side, and hopefully we'll root out, and I'll be able to get one to you. And as far as the rest of the thoughts for the evening, just stay away from people as possible. The only exception would be, of course, a good lap dance. Anyway, good cheery thoughts for tonight. Hope everybody has a good, safe day tomorrow. And 73 to all. Thank you for the night. Appreciate it all.
All right, very good. You got me laughing over here, Bob. Glad to hear from you. Glad to hear you on the net. Glad things are going well, and glad you're back in town. Looking forward to talking to you on the radio more. Thank you very much for the fig tree cutting. Looking very much forward to that. That's awesome. And sounds like things are doing good over there for you. So thanks for joining the net. We'll roll on down to K2 BHM. Jim, any final comments for the net?
Okay, K2BHM. 2 more comments. Yeah, you guys missed a good party last night, and we all had a ball there. And the parting comment is, geez, you guys get me thinking now about the coronavirus and all that. I'm running Linux. Should I seriously think about picking up Norton or McAfee to protect myself?
No, I think you're okay with just a Corona beer. Pour a Corona beer over your Windows computer, and then you'll be all set.
Touche. Sounds 2 problems at once.
So much, Jake. What's going on? I knew you'd like that. Yeah, I don't. I'm not too concerned about it. But great you joined the net tonight, and I don't think we gave Don a chance on the final round here, and I don't want to miss him. So Don, KD2QQV, if you have any final comments, it's yours.
Yeah, no, the only thing I want to say about the firewall is, well, Linux has its own firewall. It's got a firewall in there built into it too.
Happy tables. 000. Yeah, and then you can add additional firewalls like CSF firewall, which is a super robust firewall. This is KD2 and Net Control. It's the Sunday night All Things Natural Net. Very good. Well, I'm going to close the net out here. I have some other things I have to do, so I'm going to close it up for the night. But thank you to everyone who participated. As you all know, I think at this point this stream is available for replay on my YouTube channel if you want later on. That's the Farmacy Seeds Network for those who don't know. And let's see, other announcements. Let's see, on Thursday nights at 8 p.m. we have the Thursday night Ragchew Net. That's run by K2JLV, and that's a general topic net. Also, often some very interesting conversations on there, so I encourage you to check that out. The third Wednesday of the month, if you live in the Hudson Valley or in our area, is the Overlook Mount Amsterdam Club meeting. That is open to the public, and we host our meetings now at the Kingston Library in Kingston, New York. If you want to know more about that or our club or this repeater, you can visit our website at www.omarkclub.org. That's whiskey, whiskey, whiskey. Oscar, Mike, Alpha, Romeo, Charlie, Charlie, Lima, Uniform, Bravo. Oscar, Romeo, Golf. Thanks to everyone who participated. This is KD2 and Saint 73, inviting you to join us again next week. This net is officially closed and this repeater is back under general amateur use. Thanks again all, much appreciated. KD2 and Saint 73s. That was a full, yeah, Portal's back in like 1 minute, right? I need time to make smokes. It does feel like ages. Thanks everyone. KD2 and we'll be clear.
Hey, have a good evening, K2PHM.
So I usually
CJ, 73 Saul, K12B.
I usually chit chat in here,
73 KD2QQV.
but I haven't caught up with my Paranormal Portal friends lately, and tonight is the first night the Paranormal Portal is back live. So I think I'm going to get to the greenhouse, stoke up the furnace, and check in with my Paranormal Portal friends. So we're going to go ahead and close the stream out. Thank you for watching, participating, interacting. Appreciate your comments in the chat. I'm sorry I didn't get time to chat more with the people in the chat, but I usually do that the second half of the net, and it turned out to be a little bit longer tonight. So it is what it is. Anyway, thank you all. I hope we'll see you next Sunday night. Thanks for watching the Farmacy Seeds Network. Appreciate it.